Good evening to the lecturer who have watched this video. Introduce, my name is Philadelphia, and we are from Group 5. We'll explain about the result of our project. The title of our project is Community Empowerment of Kampung Tua Tanjung Riau in the Rehabilitation of Mangrove Forest Marine Research and Increasing Social Community Activity with the Establishments of Women Farmer Group. With the member of this group is Dani, Ilham, Faisal, Yazid, Bimo, Eka Setiawan, Azahra, Natalia, Mi, Philadelphia, Della, Delima, Mutiara, Carissa, and Elizabeth Gladys Regar. For the background, we'll explain by Zahra.
Okay, I will explain the background of project-based learning. In order to comprehend the significance of our work, it's important to be aware of the background factors that influence our decision to embark on this project. The implementation of project-based learning is in the form of community service activities in the rehabilitation of marine natural resource in the form of mangrove forests and increasing social activities by forming women farmers group. This community service activity was carried out in an effort to develop Kampung Tua tourism and to increase the economic independence of coastal communities in that location. With the formation of the Women Farmers Group, it also introduced the community to the importance of protecting the environment and preserving tourist areas in Kampung Tua Tanjung Riau. The method used in the project-based learning 202 community service itself is participatory rapid appraisal, which is a participatory empowerment method and bottom-up approach, namely by providing basic instructions, providing training, and providing system training from the implementation of the implemented program. While the method in the GNSS survey used the continuously operating reference station using the Trimble Center Point RTX real-time correction service. Okay, will be next by Faisal.
Okay, thank you. Problem from lesson 1. How is community empowerment in mangrove forest preservation in the Old Flicks Tanjung Riau? 2. What community empowerment programs and activities will be carried out in the rehabilitation of mangrove forest marine resources? 3. How to process prevail data related to community service in Kampung Tua Tanjung Riau? 4. From this service, what output expectation will be generated? 5. How to apply the undertaker method in GNSS survey in the file? The next Dela.
Okay, and the next is the purpose. Number 1 is to find out about community empowerment in preserving mangrove forests and conducting women farmers group located in Kampung Tua Tanjung Riau. Number 2 is to conduct socialization with the aim of developing tourism and the economy of Kampung Tua Tanjung Riau. Number 3 is to determine the location of planting mangrove seedling using data processing software. Number 4 is to get an accurate and timely position of a point using several transmitter stations related to the global coordinate system. And number 5 is help minimize error in measurement and can assist in mapping large area. Okay, and the next will be explained by Clarissa.
Okay, thank you. Purpose, the output of the PBL is Geospatial Information System. Is geological map, land sea, slope map, landouts map, remote sensing map of Sherland change 2030 to 2023, map of mangrove vegetation map, of photo map of Kampung Tua, Tanjung Riau, basic hydrographic survey, bathymetry map, current profile, tide chart, wine rust, white map, GNS work map, GNS measurement, and RTK measurement, topo map of Riau of the route to the mangrove site, profile of the mangrove site, topo map of Tanjung Riau, or the of the route to the mangrove location, transference longitudinal profile of the route, longitudinal transverse profile. Okay, question. Okay, the next.
Okay, next benefit. Number 1, as material for analysis. Number 2, as a means of seeking experience. Number 3, fulfill the value of the course concerned with project-based learning, or PBL. Number 4, to maintain, preserve, and manage mangrove ecosystem in a sustainable manner. Number 5, preventing abrasion by planting mangrove. Uh, establishment of social activities with KWT, developing skills and knowledge of the local community about the importance of mangrove, develop marine tourism in the local area, help provide more accurate measurement in mapping, helping to process natural resource for marine natural resource processing. Okay, PB allocation. The location for the implementation of the project-based learning PBL semester 3 was carried out in the Kampung Tua, Tanjung Rio Village, RT 001, 002, 003, RW 003, which is in Skupon District, Batam City, Rio Island. Next, Elizabeth.
Okay, next work method. Number 1, basic hydrographic surveys is tidal data, wind data, bathymetry data, current data. Number 2, remote sensing, searching and collecting data through USGS, web primary data collection via drone. Number 3, geospatial information system, data download via web, INAGEO portal, DEMNAS, and BATNAS. Number 4, GNSS surveys, measurements using the NRTK and RTK method. Number 5, participatory rapid appraisal, or PRA, is pre-implementation of community service post-implementation. Number 6, finish. Next, Eka.
Here I will explain about land slope map. Result and discussion out of PBL is geospatial information system. 1, land use map. We use scale 1 of 50,000, system projection UTM, zone 48 north, datum WGS active data source INAGEO portal RBI. Then my colleague will explain. Mr. Yazid, please.
Okay, I will explain geospatial information system, land slope map. The mean is peta keringan darat. About the scale, 1A 50,000. So, projection system by UTM, zone, repeat more, geospatial information system, land slope map, peta keringan darat, scale 150,000, projection system by UTM, zone 48 north, datum WGS active data source by DEMNAS. Okay, the next, Rebimo.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Yazid. Okay, I will explain result and discussion out of PBL, that is geospatial information system. There is a sea slope map. Yeah, we can see on the map. This scale, this map scale is 1D50,000. Next, project system is universal transformator. Zona and datum is 48 north, WGS 84. And data source is BATNAS or bathymetry national. So to making sea slope map is to collect data from the right resource to ensure the data used is valid. We take data from tanaair.indonesia.go.id, and then we can see at Legenda. This map is classified with several level, from flat level to very steep. Next, this is a geologic map. You can see on the map. This map scale is 1D50,000. Project system is universal transformator. Zona and datum is 40S North, WGS 84, and data source is Indonesia Geospatial. Some like the previous map, the data source we take must be valid. We take data
from indonesiageospatial.com. In Legenda, we can see there are a type of soil, have allium, formasi gonggon, and granite. Okay. Next, the presentation will be continued by Delima. Thank you.
Okay, this is map bathymetric contour. Scale 1 in 50,000. Reference source, data source GEPCO, datum WGS 1984 UTM, June 48 North. Next.
Okay, this is a current where the current data is taken from the Copernicus website, and then the data is processed and a current map and current profile are created. For flows, data was taken from January to October 2023, and this is maps of January. Next, this is map of February. This is map of March. This is maps of April. This is maps of May. This is map of June. This is map of July. This is map of August. This is map of September. And the last, this is map of October. Okay, and the next, this is a current profile which is processed using the ODV application. And this is the profile of January. This is profile of February. This is profile of March. This is profile of April. This is profile of May. This is profile of June. This is profile of July. This is profile of August. This is profile of September. And the last, this is profile of October. The next will be explained by Natalia.
Okay, the result of the ups and downs are tidal location, tidal stations Kupang, station ID SKPG, year October 2023, type mixed pair leaning to the word, daily double, value 0.60 ZO 147.92. Next, Azara.
Okay, so this is a wine map generated from the processing of wind data. Wind data can be downloaded from the ECMWF website. And in processing the wind data, I have collected data from September 1st, 2023 to September 30, 2023. Okay, this is the wine maps on September. Okay, next. Okay, this is one map on October. So this is the wine rust image. You can observe that the wind is blowing toward the northwest. Okay, next. We can before. Okay, we can see that in September and October, the wind blows constantly toward the northwest. Okay, next. Okay, this is wave period map September, and processing and displaying wave map data is nearly identical to within wind maps, with the only distinction being the type of data utilized. While wind maps only require speed and direction data, the generation of wave maps involves the use of data on significant wave height and wave period. Okay, next. This is wave period map on September. Okay, next. This is wave period map on October. Okay, next. Okay, next will be explained by Natalia.
Okay, map result of 2013 and 2023. Coastline change using data sources. Scale 1 to 50,000. Map source USGS Landsat Egg Imagery, datum VGS 1984. Projection system VGS 1984 UTM zone 48N. Projection Universal Transverse Mercator. Next, Azara.
Okay, thank you, Natal. This is a mangrove vegetation map 2013 and 2023. The first step is to make a mangrove vegetation maps. You need to download Landsat Egg-only image data. Landsat Egg-only image can be downloaded from the USGS website. In this context, there are two maps that depicting mangrove vegetations, specifically for the years 2013 and 2023. The data collection took place in October with the objective of comparing the density of mangroves between the 2 years. Okay, next. So this is mangrove vegetation map 2023. Okay, next. Okay. Next will be explained by Dani.
Okay, the first as aerial photo map of Tanjung Priok Old Village with a scale of 1 to 4,500. Map source from orthophoto data using drone DJI RTK Phantom 4 and using UTM map zone 48 north, datum WGS 1984. Next.
Okay, this is aerial photo map, survey working map, survey work map of Tanjung Priok, Kampung Tua, with skala 1 of 1 is 4,000 to 2,800. Data scored from Google Earth to UTM Not 40X Zone Universal Transverse Mercator Projection. Okay, the next.
Ilham.
Okay, next I will explain the GNSS output results. Number 1, result of the contour map of RT002 RW002 Tanjung Priok subdistrict using data source scale 1 to 1,500, location RT002 Kampung Tua Tanjung Priok, map source direct file measurements, datum WGS 1984, projection system WGS 1984, UTM zone 48N, projection UTM. Next, and number 2, result of the contour map of RT002 Tanjung Priok subdistrict using data source in the scale 1 to 2,000, location RT002 Kampung Tua Tanjung Priok, map source direct file measurement, datum WGS 1984, projection system WGS 1984 UTM zone 48N, projection UTM. Next.
Okay. Topographic map result using data sources scale 1 to 2,000. Location RT 002 Tanjung Priok Old Village. Map source direct full measurement. Datum WGS 1984. Projection system WGS 1984, zone 48 projection UTM. Next, topographic map of RW002. The next.
Okay, next, transverse longitudinal profile. Work was carried out with the AutoCAD Civil application, where the area and location we worked on were the result of GNSS field measurements in Kampung Tua, Tanjung Priok, and as a reference for processing this profile data. In the transverse longitudinal profile map, some of which can be analyzed as follows. Number 1, slope, where to access the track or road to understand how the elevation changes from one point to another. This is important for constitutions planning, such as high-risk bridges. Number highest and lowest points in the track being analyzed. Next, explained by Villa.
Next, number 3 is elevation change. This is analyze the elevation change at the given point to determine the steepness and how it affects infrastructure design. And next is curvature, is accession the curvature of the track to ensure that the design does not have to sharp a curve, which can affect the safety and comfort of road users. And the last is drainage, is a look at how water flow along the track and elevate the drainage system request. Next.
Okay, the first is and the area photo map is the RT 02 Tanjung Priok Kampung Tua, which a scala of the 1 to 1,500 map scored from the orthophoto data using the DJI RTK Phantom 4 drone UTM map zone 48 north, datum WGS 1984. The next, Dani.
Okay, the second is aerial photo map of Tanjung Priok Old Village with a scale of 1 to 4,500. Map served from orthophoto data using drone, DJI RTK Phantom 4, and using UTM map zone 48 north, datum WGS 1984. Next, and the last map of the world area in RT is 02 outlet of Tanjung Riau with a scale of 1 to 3,000. Map served from orthophoto data using drone, DJI RTK Phantom 4, and using UTM map zone 48 north, datum WGS 1984, with the legend in the position of RT02.
Here are the poster of our work. On my left side is the result of the Project Path Learning poster. On my right side is the result of the GNSS survey poster, where this is the result of our field work and discussion from this semester. And next, this is the links to the PBL video, where in the video is our documentation of both work in the lab, our field work from processing to representation data. Those the result of our representation. Thank you for watching this video and see you in the next semester. Thank you.